Welcome to the Harborview Mini Stadium, and we're getting ready for KSAFA Super League action, match day 10 here. It will be the final match of the zone, and it is Brownstown. They're facing off against Santos. Hi, my name is Christopher Scott, and welcome to Island Sports Network. And for the first time this season, we're featuring here at the Harborview Stadium. So there's a very interesting battle that's going on. So that is why we're situated here. And there are 3 matches that are happening simultaneously as we speak. This is one of them. So we'll see what the outcome is. Will Santos stay? Seeing as though they were on a different path, or were in a different situation a couple of matches ago, but they're now actually in 4th place at the moment. They'll be looking to continue and maybe prepare themselves for the quarterfinals. And one of their wins actually came in the hands of the leaders of this zone, Zone B, that's Central Kingston. So they'll be looking very confident. Santos, they've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 6. And we're starting off here at the Harborview Mini Stadium. It is Santos versus Brownstown. Sheldon Jones sends that back to his defense. And Grant sends it over to the captain. That man is Battis, who sends it forward to Dante Green. Dante Green collects and sends it in for Sheldon Jones. He's being challenged, and they do get the ball easily, but they lose it. And the ball sent forward now, but too much on it. And it goes behind for a goal kick to Brownstown. Just to give the lineups here for you: in goal for Brownstown, Javon Ray, then Kevin Kellerman, Coyote Brown, Carl Campbell, Akila Howard, Omari Green, Therese Calder, Alex Gale, Alondre Marsden, Jamari Ranger, and Michael Rose. And then on the bench, Romario Ward, Shaquille Martin, Amari Cole, Javon Williams, and Dylan McKennis. So I think the strategy by the coach Peter Grant is to prevent any injuries heading into the quarterfinals for the KSAFA Super League. And that is why I believe he benched Romario Ward and Dylan McKennis, two regular starters for Brownstown, and two very important players for Brownstown and their success. They're sitting in second place at the moment. As we see a throw there. And a challenge and jostle for possession. Santos has it. And Tariq Burke sends it forward. And Gavin Burton latches on, and an opportunity is sent inside. Collected by Ray. First real opportunity of the match for any of the teams. Brownstown now can search forward. And trying to find Akilo Howard, but too much on it. Howard now on the ball, sends it forward, almost finding his teammate. And Clive Jarrett sends it forward for his teammate, that's Sherton Jones. And Evelyn now tries to pass it back to his teammate Sherton McPherson actually. And he's pretty close here for Zone B. Zone A has already been decided. And if you didn't watch our stream yesterday, we gave you the result, but not the best effort there by Tariq Burke. Sends it forward for Evelyn. Evelyn knocked offside. Sent forward by an opportunity. Oh, that was a very good save there by Javon Ray. And it fell nicely to Tariq Burke. And wanted to curl it around the keeper. But very good save there by Ray. So it will be a corner for Santos. As we said, 3 teams sitting on 8 points, and one of them, or all 3 of them, are playing today. So a battle for possession, or position, so to speak. Who will go to the playoffs and who will be relegated to the Major League. Corner now for Santos. Swung inside the 18-yard box to the back post, headed on. Still danger for Santos. Dante Green tries to latch on. It's still Dante Green. He collects, but Akila Howard was there to clean up the job there for Brownstown, and now it's a corner again for Santos. And Dante Green is the one to take. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box, too much on it, and still danger. Oh, that's close. What an opportunity for Santos to go ahead. What an opportunity. So it will be a goal kick for Brownstown, and Brownstown still hasn't settled as yet, but Santos looking to show more of their composure here early on. So Brownstown has to be careful. Remember, Santos has 2 wins, and those 2 wins came at the hands of one of those came at the hands of Central Kingston, who actually lead Zone B. As you see a pass there. And Kellyman launches that ball forward, intercepted by Dante Green. Doesn't latch on properly, but gets it to Sheldon Jones. Jones now, he's being challenged. And now Akila Howard. Howard sends the ball forward, and now an opportunity. And Jamari Ranger just couldn't latch on to it, but it's controlled by Carl Campbell. Campbell, and back to his teammate Brown. That's intercepted by Dante Green. Not the best pass, and intercepted now by Akila Howard. He goes forward, the youngster. Sends it back for his teammate. Dante Green. Over now to Clive Jarrett. Jarrett sends it back. And Jeffrey Grant over to his captain and skipper, who sends it to Dante Green. Clive Jarrett now on the ball for Santos, looking for a pass. It's still Clive Jarrett just inside the center circle. Sends it forward. And finds Gavin Burton. Burton on the ball now. He's being challenged there by Alex Gale. And not the best work there in the end, but Sheldon Jones has it for Santos, and a shot there. Oh, that's a stinging shot by Sheldon Jones, but collected by the goalkeeper Javon Ray. And Santos looking like the better team here, and they were looking to continue. And I tell you, about 6 matches in, you'd never thought, or 5 matches in, you didn't think that Santos would be in a playoff position. You think that they would just be trying to survive and stay up for another season of the Super League, but they're in 4th position. And just to tell you, they're the 4 teams from each zone, Zone A and B, battling the quarterfinals. And if the position stays like this, then it's actually Barbican who will be facing Santos in the quarterfinals. And the ball sent over now to Dante Green. Dante Green launches that ball forward. Opportunity now presented, but collected by Ray. Evelyn couldn't latch on to that one. Thrown quickly. Marsden on the ball now. Sends it across to Gale. Gale drifts into enemy territory and sends it forward now. Michael Rose tried to latch on, but Jeffrey Grant, not the best defensive clearance. Alex Gale now sends it back. And the Ranger sends it further back to Carl Campbell, over to Alandre Marsden. Marsden on the ball now, sends it across to Akila Howard. And headed on by Clive Jarrett, back to his skipper now. Back with Clive Jarrett once more. Jones chips that ball over to Dante Green and couldn't keep that one. Dante Green, so it goes into touch for a throw to Brownstown. So just to inform you, it's not 3 matches that are playing simultaneously, it's 2. This one here, Santos versus Brownstown, and then Rockfort, they're playing Mountain View. As I said, Mountain View, Med Forest, and Santos all are on 8 points, but one is -7, one is -4, and one is -2 in terms of goal difference. So that's the difference between the 2 teams. Jeffrey Grant with the defensive clearance there, goes into touch. Referee says last touch by Alex Gale, so it will be a throw to Santos. And then double header for KSAFA Super League. And the exciting match is at 7, where Central Kingston, they're facing off against Boys Town. So that should be an exciting encounter as well. Evelyn on the ball. Sends it forward, and Evelyn with a chance. Will it be 1-0? Oh, that was a very good save by Ray again. Ray has been very good in the first couple of minutes for Brownstown. But you have to finish it there, Roy Evelyn. Beautiful run there by the number 17, the standout at Holy Trinity, but he couldn't put that one on target, or at least couldn't trouble the goalkeeper that much. Skipping by the player, Carl Campbell sends it forward, finding nobody but the goalkeeper, Nico Jolly. try to find Michael Rose. And that ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw to Brownstown. And never would you believe, based on the forms of both teams, would you think that Santos will be playing this way, but they're playing with confidence. An opportunity now. My, oh my. All the opportunities is for Santos at the moment. So Santos looking more relaxed than Brownstown. Brownstown will have to get it together. Collected by Jarrett. Intercepted pretty well by Jarrett. Sends it across. And they're just trying to settle their nerves. Santos, they give the ball away. Alex Gale surges forward. He's being tackled by Jarrett, but the towing figure of Jeffrey Grant wins in the end against Michael Rose. Jarrett sends it across. And that ball sent forward. No, not a bad ball for Tyreek Burke. And Burke turns. And it's still Tyreek Burke. Sees the run. And finds Roy Evelyn instead. Roy Evelyn, the Holy Trinity player. And it couldn't get by the man Marsden, who then sends it across to Alex Gale. Alex Gale on the ball now for Brownstown, who sends it forward. And the man Michael Rose sends it back for Marsden, who sends it across and finds his teammate Green. Green on the ball now, sends it for Howard. Howard tries to give back Green once more. And Green had to do some defensive work. It goes into touch for a throw to Santos, taken quickly by Dante Green. Jarrett back for Battis. Battis sends it forward, trying to, or instead finds Burke. Burke back to Jarrett. And Jarrett back to the towering Jeffrey Grant, who sends that ball forward, trying to find Dante Green. And he does find Dante Green. Ball to his teammate. And Sherton McPherson, his shot goes high, and it will be a goal kick for Brownstown. And Dante, who usually plays in the middle, is playing out wide today. A man who is very impactful inside the center circle. Normally breaks up plays and starts them. Sort of a center mid role between the central attacking mid and the central defensive mid. He does a bit of both. And now we see another side of Dante Green. And he's playing out wide on the left today. And just to give you some scores from international football, Tottenham Hotspurs continue their winning ways. That's 2 out of 2 in their new stadium. And the first hat-trick for Lucas Moura, the Brazilian, as they stumped Huddersfield by 4-0. And then Bournemouth said, listen, I can do one better. And they stumped Brighton by 5-0. And then the team that Manchester United just can't avoid losing to Wolves, they lost today. They lost by 3-1 to Southampton. And just a very good performance by Nathan Redmond. And then Manchester United with 2 penalties dispatched by the man Paul Pogba. They won by 2-1 against West Ham United. But the big game is tomorrow. Chelsea, the pensioners, they take on the Reds, Liverpool at the Anfield Stadium. And that should be an important game for 2 as Chelsea battle to stay in top 4. And Liverpool would want to win their title in God knows how many years, even before I was born. So, as I said before, when these matches happen, we love to give you some updates on different matches around the world. Don't forget that the playoffs for the National Basketball Association starts this weekend. And we have a lot in store for you. The OKC Thunders, they're facing the Portland Trail Blazers. We know that the Clippers, they're facing the Golden State Warriors. Nuggets are now in the playoff hunt. The Nets, the 6th seed, there in the playoffs for the first time since 2015, when they had the likes of Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. So just to give you a synopsis on the different sports happening around the world, as we see Dante Green re-entering the field for Santos, and another player is there, and he's being helped off the field. And just to give you an update on the starting lineup, first for Brownstown, Javon Ray, he's in goal, then Kevin Kellerman, Coyote Brown, Carl Campbell, Akila Howard, Amari Green, Sherez Calder, Alex Gale, Alandry Marsden, Jamari Range, and Michael Rosen on the bench, Romario Ward, Shaquille Martin, Amari Cole, Javon Williams, and Dylan McKennis. And for Santos, Nico Jolly, he's in goal. Then Jeffrey Grant, Shaquille Battis, the captain, Sheldon Jones, Sherton McPherson, Clive Jarrett, Gavin Burton, Tariq Burke, Roy Evelyn, Dante Green, and Tremaine Simpson. And then on the bench, Okino Allen, Jordan Bartley, Lance Rutherford, Jabari Chance, and Shamari Walsh. And the coach for Brownstown, Peter Grant, and Carlton Dennis is the coach for Santos. So that's the starting 11 and the bench for both teams. And Clive Jarrett just drifts by the Brownstown players, but Tariq Burke was in an offside position, so he allowed that one to go behind. The referee says it's a goal kick. Dante Green thought it was a corner. Matter of fact, everybody thought it was a corner, as we saw Brownstown players going to defend that set piece. Interception there by Shaquille Battis, the captain, and Jarrett just pokes that one to Grant. Battis now on the ball. The skipper sends that ball forward, trying to find a teammate, but finding no one but Kevin Kellerman. And headed on straight to Sheldon Jones. Jones sent it forward to fight Tariq Burke. And now going forward, and an opportunity. Oh, that was close. Should have put that one on target. Tariq Burke, the second golden opportunity for Santos, and couldn't put that one away. What an opportunity for Santos to go into the lead. And the Santos, will they pay? Because they haven't been converting their chances. I tell you, if they did, there would be at least 3-0 by now. And the two of those opportunities, 67% of those chances fell to the number 7 Burke. He's been running well and catching the defense very, very thin, and escaping those offside traps by the Brownstown defense, but unable to put the ball on target there. An opportunity wasted for Brownstown. Now forward, Michael Rose trying to latch on. Defensive work there by Jeffrey Grant. And not the best scenes here. And a throw. And the player just stretched it off. And not the best scenes for Santos. Hopefully he can recover. Marsden now over to Omari Green. Green looking for a pass. Rolls the ball. And tries to find Michael Rose, intercepted. Jones over to Dante Green. Will it be too much? No, it's not. Great by Dante Green to keep that ball in play. Sends it across. And taken off their feet there. And Brownstown have it once more through Alex Gale. Turns. And the man that's actually stretched it off is actually Gavin Burton. So Burton, not the best scenes here on the sideline, and he seems very, very out of it. Oh my word, very, very tragic scenes. And defensive work there. Sheldon Jones now will try to see the run, and instead finds nobody but a Brownstown player. Michael Rose now. Now it's Akila Howard. Howard, twisted turns, gets by Dante Green, couldn't get by the second. And defensive clearance not the best from Jeffrey Grant. Tariq Burke back to McPherson, but show too much to Akila Howard, so it goes into touch, but it will be a throw to Santos. Well, he's now breathing. I see his chest moving, but he's barely moving. Gavin Burton, and a ball sent now to Alex Gale. Opportunity presented, and that's the first goal of the contest. Alex Gale puts Brownstown ahead, and a trouble for Santos. So Alex Gale, brilliant run from him, and puts that one away. So it is Brownstown. They lead by a goal to nil through their number 7 fullback, Alex Gale. And the Santos, who looked like the better team for much of this contest so far, now trail. And I tell you, normally and ironically, it's always the team that gets the opportunities and waste. Normally, they're the ones that go behind first. Hopefully, Santos can get those opportunities once more. McPherson sends it forward to Evelyn. Evelyn, he was fouled, so it will be a free kick for Santos. Free kick to be taken by Sheldon Jones. And he tries from distance. Oh, that's not a bad free kick in the end, but it's straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Javon Ray, who has been very, very well, excellent for Brownstown so far. He's the reason why they're still haven't conceded. Ball set forward now for Tariq Burke, but not on his best game, Tariq Burke. And the fans are requesting a substitution because Tariq Burke has been absolutely atrocious in front of goal today. And we hope a speedy recovery for the man Gavin Burton. And deflection there by Caldo. Throw taken quickly. Back now to Lance Rutherford, who actually replaces Gavin Burton. Opportunity presented. Sheldon Jones with the ball for Santos. And a shot there, collected by Rain, not properly collected. And an opportunity presented again for Santos. Santos still pushing and fighting. Dante Green now for Santos. Sends it across for Grant. Grant sends it forward. And now Dante actually in a more comfortable position. So now Lance Rutherford has drifted to the left for Santos, and Dante Green is now inside. And that is where his most comfortable position. And once he's comfortable on the ball, people, it spells trouble for the opposing team. Dante Green, a very composed player who can control the pace of the game if he wants to. And there is his many traits. Intercepted, and a shot there by Evelyn. Deflected. And Roy Evelyn saw the idea. Corner and an opportunity presented for Santos. Will they convert from this set play? Almost 27 minutes gone in this encounter. Over 17 minutes left. Or should I say over 19 minutes left in the first half. Ball swung inside. Still opportunity presented for Santos. Tariq Burke now on the ball. And his shot blocked. And Tremaine Simpson sends it forward and tries to give the defender, Jeffrey Grant. Jeffrey Grant, who drifted into attack. Almost a PK-like play. And Santos still hasn't been able to put one into the back of the net. Luckily for Javon Ray, his center back was there to help him out, or else that would have been the equalizer for Santos. So Santos just needs to continue to push because they do have the blueprint to go ahead. Dante Green sends it across. His ball intercepted by Howard, but collected by the skipper, Shaquille Battis. Battis, his ball too forward. Akila Howard. And the referee says it's a handled ball, so it will be a free kick for Brownstown. And now the referee requesting the other ball. We see two players standing over the ball. That's Cesare Calder. He takes the free kick straight into the wall, and Rutherford now sends that ball forward and wants to find the number 7, Tariq Burke, and not the best defensive effort there, and that was close once more. My word. And trust me when I tell you, Tariq Burke, I'm telling you, I'm not sure what's going on with Tariq Burke. Sheldon Jones, no, on the ball, it's still Sheldon Jones. Tariq Burke sets it forward, and that is an offside call on Sherton McPherson, but Tariq Burke had the opportunity to equalize once again and still cannot put the ball into the back of the net. Out of 5 chances for Santos, clear-cut chances, 80% of them have fallen to Tariq Burke. Ball sent forward now. Both of the number 12s battle, and the referee says last touch by the man Calder, so it will be a throw taken now. Evelyn sends it across. His ball intercepted by Marsden. Oh, just flicked over the head of Clive Jarrett. Sends it across to Howard. Howard to Marsden. Marsden up forward to Rose. Rose on the ball. Chips it forward for Marsden. Marsden, an opportunity. And too much on it. Way over the target, and it will be a goal kick. I'm not sure what's wrong with these players in front of goal, but maybe they need to just turn down the power a little bit. Maybe there's a knob in their shoes or something. They just need to turn it down a notch. But both Tariq Burke and Marsden proving that you can have clear-cut chances served to you on a silver platter and still miss, go over the bar. But my oh my, person's calling for Tariq Burke to be substituted from the crowd. And deflection by Lance Rutherford. Throw for Brownstown. Taken now. Michael Rose leaves it, tries to find Calder, but instead intercepted by Santos. Jeffrey Grant now sends it forward. And Dante Green leaves it, but intercepted, and there's a battle. And it will be a free kick. And a foul committed on Brown. Take it quickly. Marsden, Alondre Marsden goes forward, sends it to Michael Rose. And through the legs of Jeffrey Grant, but straight into the path of the man Jermaine Simpson. And he sends that one into touch for a throw to Brownstown. Carl Campbell takes it quickly, gives it to Brown. Brown back to Campbell. Campbell on the ball now. Sends it back to Brown once more. Kayoid Brown just gets by McPherson, but couldn't keep that one in play, and it goes into touch for a throw. Through taken. Chested down by Tariq Burke. Has not been the best player this evening for Santos. Defensive clearance there by Kellerman. And Michael Rose will try to chase. And defensive clearance there, not the best in the end. And Jermaine Simpson sends that one into touch, and will be a throw to Brownstown. Almost said Boystown. Their match is tomorrow, but they're not playing. They're not playing Santos. They're playing Central Kingston. And just to give you the scores from yesterday, Barbican, they defeated Real Mona by 2-0. And Constant Spring did one better and defeated Maxfield Park Football Club by 3-0. So as it stands, Maxfield Park are officially relegated from the league. Ball sent forward now to Sherton McPherson. Decides to send it across to Roy Evelyn. Evelyn has the chance. Oh, that's a brilliant goal to head it in. No! What a save by Javon Ray. But Sherton McPherson was called for an offside. And let me tell you, for the first half, at least if it ends this way, the man of the half would have to be the goalkeeper. What a series of saves. Almost David De Gea-like. My word. What a performance from Javon Ray. And not the best pass by Lance Rutherford. Tried to find Roy Evelyn because Sherton McPherson was caught in an offside position. Kellerman now over and finds Howard. Howard now, the youngster, sends it for Brown. Brown sends it forward. Finds his teammate Ranger. Ranger sends it further across, finding Alex Gale. Gale to Ranger. Ranger to Campbell. Campbell, Marsden. Calder. Calder drifts. His ball blocked or shot blocked by Jarrett. Collected by Howard. That was sent back for Green. Intercepted by Grant. And his ball intercepted by Campbell, but Santos have it now. Referee says no foul. Dante Green sends it forward. Finds it to Tariq Burke. What will he do now? And that's the first. That's the equalizer. The first goal for Santos. Finally. He has put one into the back of the net. And Santos gets the equalizer. They roared and roared and roared. And finally, their roars were heard. My word. And not to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the first out of 6 chances converted. Clear-cut chances converted by the man Tariq Burke. Tried the outside of his foot first in the last chance, and it went way wide. But this time connects. And it sends that to the keeper's far right. So that little margin of space was the difference. And he took it. So Brownstown, they have again to battle, as we see. The man, it seems to be Sherton McPherson. It's on the floor now. He seems to have a left knee injury. And let me tell you, also this is kind of reminiscent to a certain Belgian forward. takes a lot of chances, but tends to miss the ones that are the easiest, but scores the ones that are the most complex. And that man, if you know, it's Romelu Lukaku, who applies his trade in Manchester. And it's not for the blue team, it's for the Reds. The Red Devils, Manchester United. And so, it's Santos 1, Brownstone 1 as we get ready to reset again. Kellyman forward to Marsden. Marsden over to Campbell. Campbell, who normally plays a fullback role on the right, he's now playing in the central defensive midfield role. Roy Evelyn, a man who has been a standout, sends it across to Green. Green lobs it forward, trying to find Roy Evelyn. And the keeper pushed Roy Evelyn there. I'm not sure as to why he did that. He could have just allowed the ball to roll into touch, but I'm not sure as to why he did that. That ball was reaching nowhere near Roy Evelyn. And the referee now speaking to the goalkeeper. And so Roy Evelyn seems to be okay. He'll be kept off the field momentarily as per procedure. .38.5 minutes gone. 6.5 minutes left. And it's all squared. Now it's 1-1 here. And they just have to hope that they do lose. And defensive clearance there by the skipper, Shaquille Battis. So it goes into touch. As I said, Mountain View, Med Forest, and Santos all are on 8 points, but Mountain View, their goal difference is -7. Santos, they've made a late surge here in the KSAFA Super League, and their goal difference is -2 because they got 2 wins to the good. And now, searching forward is Tariq Burke, the goal scorer for Santos. It's still Tariq Burke, turns. And too much on it. And Dante Green will try to latch on, sends it over. A very good ball to Lance Rutherford. Rutherford has time and space. He's being closed down now by Akila Howard. Howard, brilliant work there, but he loses it once more. Sent one inside. Owen Sherton McPherson couldn't latch on to that one. Headed on by Grant. Picked up by Jones. Jones. He's been tackled off the ball there by Jamari Ranger. And Jones lays it off for Green. Green sends it forward. Not a bad ball for Rutherford, but too much. And it goes into touch. Or goes behind for a goal kick to Brownstown. And so it seems to be a substitution in the offing for Santos, actually. But he's taking a seat as we approach half-time. And Shaquille Battis, he's just putting himself in problems, but he got himself out of trouble. And the man, Jeffrey Grant, almost got himself in trouble, but Brownstown have it now. Marsden tries to send it forward for Michael Rose, but picked up by Calder. Calder to Rose. Rose, he's being challenged by the skipper of Brownstown, of Santos actually, and he collects it. And not the best pass there by Kellerman. Almost a minute clearance and sent forward for Tariq Burke. Oh, an opportunity for Tariq Burke. And into the back of the net. The keeper, the referee says no. And what did the referee say? What's the referee's decision? And that's, I'm sure it's not an offside because he was played onside. And I'm not sure as to why. I'm not sure as to why. I'm still not sure as to why the referee didn't give that one, because he was certainly not offside. Both players, and Evelyn wasn't offside either. So there was no foul on the keeper, no foul on the player. And I'm wondering why the referee did not give that one. And I'm just being told that he was called offside, which is the totally wrong call. Santos should be 2-1 up. And the known they may be made to pay. And an opportunity. Oh, that was a brilliant tackle by the skipper, Shaquille Battis. What a sliding challenge. And he got the ball first. And Roy Evelyn now on the ball for Santos. Opportunity. He's twisting and turning. And they close down the space. And Tariq Burke, an opportunity shot. Oh, what a save by Javon Ray. And there's a player still down. And that seems to be Kevin Kellerman. We just went over 45 minutes. I'm not sure as to what time or how many time we added on. Surprising decisions by the referee in this contest. He cannot kick the ball while the goalkeeper has the ball. And Shaquille Bassett sends it forward for Rutherford. Rutherford sends it across. And Sheldon Jones actually was in an offside position. And that is the end of the first half. So many chances for Santos, finally put away by Tariq Burke. But they had to equalize as the man Alex Gale put Brownstown in front. So at the end of 45 minutes, at the end of the first half, it is Santos 1, Brownstown 1. We're going to cut to commercials, and when we come back, highlights from the first half.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
So we're back here at the Harborview Mini Stadium for the final match day for the preliminary round for the KSAFA Super League as we head straight into the quarterfinals. And we're going to look at some highlights now from the first half as we see a ball sent inside and Santos kept going and going and going, had some clear-cut chances, Santos. And we see a ball sent forward here. And a shot there by Sheldon Jones had to be collected. And there is another chance, this time from Roy Evelyn. And another good save by Javon Ray. And to me, he has been the most outstanding player for Brownstown. And another opportunity, this time fell to the man, Tariq Burke, who has had mountainous of opportunities as we look at the mountains here at Harborview. But this one converted by Alex Gale, and that was the first goal of the contest. 2 goals in the first half, as there was an equalizer from both. And we see another opportunity from Tariq Burke and could not put that one away for Santos as they escaped another narrow margin, and a shot there by Roy Evelyn headed in, but the referee says it's actually an offside call by Sherton McPherson. And here's another opportunity for Tariq Burke, and that was straight into the back of the net. Finally, he converts. And that is the end of that for the first half. So Santos 1, Brownstown 1, and we're going to cut to commercials again. And when we come back, second half action.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
Ball is played to Ayers Herwood, and the keeper drops the ball. Ayers Herwood can walk that one into the back of the net. Lashley, and he goes to the goalkeeper's left. The company is Apple from distance. The ball is in the back of the net. And the flag stays down. Sugar Lashley can round the keeper, and that is a fourth. Lashley through for the hat-trick, rounds the keeper, too easy, and into the back of the net.
Simple. Ball played through for Herwood. Heavy first touch, still the chance to score, and he scores his second of the game. Looking for Howell, blocked by Skeet. Chance here for Hoyt again. Goes around the keeper, chase, and scores. Plays one over the top for Hoyt. His first time. Touch is splendid. Chance here to make it 8. And he slots it easily past Tariq Chase and Bard.
Where both teams are playing 11-11.
I know they have a ninth.
Junior Flemings Trying to get more good work in off the bench. Makes a great move.
Flemings looks up, takes a touch to the inside, a second touch, and sends the ball to the back of the net to the far post. Junior Flemings.
It has just been a blast so far. Working with the crew as Junior Fleming shoots through and scores! Finally, Junior Flemings has his moment. Left side. Georgie Ristoff, little flick. Flemings the header! Goal! Here's Junior Flemings now with all the speed in the world. Flemings, oh, tremendous pass to Bonobo for the goal!
To do that, and here's, as we say, they play one in.
Flemings, what a chance against Kirk, and he scored! Junior Flemings out of nothing ends up 1v1 with the keeper. Kirk charged
and scores!
Sean Fraser, his shot blocked. McGee trying to stab it forward to Peter Lee Battle. McGee with the effort, the keeper collects. Darius Stewart. Stewart does well. Tariq McGee, Peter Lee Vassell.
Just a little undercooked from McGee. Vassell wanted it a little bit more firm.
You wouldn't have expected him to take the shot with his right foot. He was looking for the pass, and it just didn't work out for him there in the end.
Well,
he doesn't get it.
Oh.
Vassell does really well to win it back.
That good turn of pace because Rashane Sharp was trying to run by him. Good speed, good strength from Vassell. The good players always look to have time on the ball, i.e. Tariq McGee.
Here's another one. Peter Lee Vassell.
Oh, yes.
Weatherly picks it up. Harvey was in the way. The keeper will collect, or will try to. Doesn't really hold on to it. Sharp forced away from goal. Vassell puts it into touch.
He made a meal of it.
Players down for Portland United, but Harborview will continue. McGee lays down to Vassell. Vassell with a ball to Weatherly. Couldn't quite get there. It was closer to the defender than it was to Weatherly. Vassell trying to play it upfield. Fraser trying to go between a couple of defenders and was fouled. Free kick. Vassell. McGee, seconds remaining in this first half, finds Vassell. 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 McGee looking for that additional space again. McGee on his left foot. Was he tripped? He was. Free kick. Poor ball. Vassell now collects. Harborview will try again. Poor ball from Peter Lee Vassell.
Yeah, I wanted Beckford to run, but Beckford wasn't running, so he shouldn't have passed the ball there. Could have taken it a bit further, Peter Lee Vassell. Disappointed with himself more than the fact that his teammate didn't give him the passing option he wanted. To get position in those pockets.
Referee says play on. Vassell beats one. Plays it out wide. Beckford in a little bit of space now. He's inside the box on his right foot. Looking for options. That wasn't one of them. It was too far away from Vassell. Was waiting right on the edge of the box. see the opportunity here, but the poor pass to Beckford that got some space on the left. It was good work by Peter D. Vassell before that. Vassell, what a ball that is. And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
Breaking already for score today.
So as we start here, we need to, we're gonna find out who came on for Onika Allen. Onika Allen, a Kingston College player who played in the Manning Cup and actually won the trophy. Okay, so I just got word that Tremaine Simpson is the player that comes off. And Onika Allen, evidently the number 11 that comes on. So Onika Allen will somewhat strike with Tariq Burke, or will be the more advanced striker. And Tariq Burke will be back here. As we see the man who initially started with the captain's armband, Shaquille Battis, and there was a tussle between him and the coach when they were on the sidelines after there was a player being tended to Kevin Kellerman. And so Dante Green has the captain's armband now, and he drifts over once more to the right for Santos. Here is Onika Allen now, the substitute. And Roy Evelyn sent it to him. He's being challenged by Amari Cole. I'm not even sure who Amari Cole came off for and an opportunity presented. And I know Dante Green would try to latch on to it, but didn't. He does now. And Clive Jarrett miscommunication there. And Shaquille Battis passes it backwards to Jeffrey Green, who sends it forward. And couldn't latch on to that one, Sherton McPherson. And I'm just seeing by the player, it's actually Alex Gale who came off for Amari Cole. And now we see an opportunity presented and headed in. And that's the second goal for Brownstown. And that seems to be Akila Howard, the young man that heads that one in. And so the second for Brownstown, the third of the contest, and they lead by 2-1. Trouble presented again for Santos. My oh my. This is turning out to be a very, very exciting encounter. So in the 48th minute, Akila Howard puts Brownstown ahead once more. So the man, the provider, Javon Williams, and the executioner, the man, Akila Howard, the youngster. Opportunity there for Santos, and defensive clearance there by Amari Cole. Goes into touch for a throw. And just getting word, some information and doing some background checks actually. Akila Howard goes to Holy Trinity, and I tell you, he's playing against his teammates because Dante Green goes to Holy Trinity, or plays for Holy Trinity in the Manning Cup. So is Roy Evelyn, the number 17 for Santos. So he's playing against his teammates, but I guess not in the same league. I think he would play for the Colts, it would seem, because he seems younger than Dante Green and Roy Evelyn. Sure looks that way. Challenged by Jones. Evelyn, he loses it. Kevin Kellerman tries a shot from distance. Intercepted there by Jeffrey Grant and floated over now to the man Akina Allen. And Allen uses his speed. And what will be the result? Allen, it's still Akina Allen for Santos. Opportunity. And shielded by Amari Cole, and it goes into touch. And it will be a goal kick for Brownstown. So danger averted for Brownstown. Could have been an equalizer. And just to inform you, Rockford 0, Mountain View 0. So the match that's playing at Barbican's field, football field, it's 0-0 between Mountain View and Rockford, and that is not a good sign for Mountain View. So as it stands, if Mountain View gets a draw, and they actually go forward, so it's actually problems for Santos if they do. As we see a ball set across and pushed over the goal by Jolly. So it will be a corner for Barbican. So that means that Mountain View would be on 9 points. And sent it side. Clearance there by Clive Jarrett. Taken there by Brown. Brown on the ball. He was challenged by McPherson. And Brownstown now. Santos. And given away by Dante Green. And Williams, who was the provider for the second goal, couldn't reach, or he did. Alandre Marsden Sends it across. Headed on by Rose, but collected once more. Amari Cole for Brownstown. Sends it across. And a swing inside the 18-yard box. Too much for Williams, but he does collect it. He's being challenged by Clive Jarrett. Sends it for Marsden. Marsden back to Williams. Williams across now to Ranger. Ranger to Campbell. Campbell forward to find Marsden, but unable to. Roy Evelyn now sends it forward to find Anika Allen. The KC Money Cup player standout for the purple and white. Will he stand out for the yellow and green? Or it's actually the yellow and blue, but couldn't. And it goes behind for a goal kick to Brownstown. They still have some amount of time left, Santos, to get an equalizer. If they do, then they're back into playoff contention. And if it stays this way, Santos would have to hope that Malines does not get a positive result. A draw or a win for Malines means that they stay and Santos gets relegated, and all that hard work the last 4 games of the season, it would say, have been gone to waste. And so Santos will have to find an equalizer here. Jolly sends it forward. It will be intercepted by Javon Williams. Williams on the ball now for Brownstown. Tries a shot from distance, but way wide of the target, and it will be a goal kick for Santos. It will be a free kick for Brownstown. Ranger forward for Marsden, over to Calder, back to Ranger. Ranger sends it across. And they lose it. McPherson will receive it now, and he sends it over. And a sent forward. Oh, that's just a trip by McPherson. Could have been the equalizer had he kept his composure and his balance. So, opportunity again presented for Santos. Wasted. Sent forward now for Anika Allen, but he's caught offside. So, it will be a free kick for Brownstown. Carl Campbell gets by Dante Green. He's being challenged still by Dante Green. And Ranger now sends it back for Marsden. Marsden lobs that ball forward, trying to find Carl Campbell, but too much on it. It will be a throw for Santos. Sheldon Jones. Clive Jarrett. Grant. Over to Battis. Battis forward for the current skipper, Green. Green over to Jarrett. Jarrett goes forward. Intercepted. And taken by Jarrett once more. He has been intercepting a lot of passes, and every mistake that Jarrett has made, he has made up for it. As we see Sherton McPherson now on the ball. He's being challenged by Amari Cole. Sends it back. And now it's with Clive Jarrett. It's actually very unfortunate that they're trailing at this moment, because the few chances that Brownstown have gotten, and they've gotten few or fewer than Santos, they've taken opportunities. And a very good challenge there by Shaquille Battis, and taken by Anika Allen. Allen tries to splice that ball forward, trying to find the man Dante Green, but defensive clearance there. And Nico Jolly just collects. Rolls it for Jeffrey Grant. Clive Jarrett just wants to play it safe. And Anika Allen decides to not chase that one down. He was supposedly in an offside position, so there's a reason why he left it. Oh, beautiful interception there by Tariq Burke. Roy Evelyn sends it across, finding Sherton McPherson. What will be the result? He's inside the 18-yard box, sends it across, trying to find Anika Allen, too much on it. And it goes behind for a goal kick to Brownstown. And there seems to be a substitution in the offing. The man Shaquille Martin, he is coming on. And it seems to be the man Kayoid Brown that's coming off. So Brown is coming off and Martin is coming on for Brownstown. And lobbing that ball forward. Actually, that's not a bad attempt by Rutherford. And just wide of the target. But it is, in fact, a goal kick for Brownstown. So Brownstown will have to be careful. And they'll be looking to get themselves prepared for the playoffs. And like I said, if Santos do, in fact, get a positive result here, meaning 1 point, then it's a must that Mountain View would have to win to go ahead. Going forward now is Michael Rose. Michael Rose still in possession. Sends it over for Shaquille Martin. Martin, he's being challenged by Green. Sent it for Ranger. And now it's with Ranger once more. Marsden sends it back and find Amari Rose. Rose sends it back to the goalkeeper. Not the best pass. And I tell you, if he didn't latch on to that ball, and it is inside the back of the net. What is going on? Is that a goal? I'm wondering, I'm confused. Is it? It seems to be. So Roy Evelyn. And a very wayward pass there by Amari Cole to the goalkeeper. And Roy Evelyn pounced. So it's still game on. And a fight for survival and playoffs here with Rockfort, Santos, and Mountain View. Who stays, who goes, and who prepares for the quarterfinals. It's still 0-0 between Rockfort and Mountain View. And there is a foul there committed by Jeffrey Grant. Kellerman now. And actually his son is actually here to watch his match, Kevin Kellerman. And in the first half for sure he was shouting his father's name. And so glad his father is playing, and you can rest assured that his father is playing in the quarterfinals of the KSAFA Super League. And we'll see. And just to remind you that we will be featuring the matches that will give you an idea as to who will be going up into the Red Stripe Premier League. Opportunity now presented and intercepted. Oh, very good deflection there by Carl Campbell. And what an opportunity presented for Santos to take the lead for the first time in this contest. They had to come from behind twice, and it's leveled 2 apiece. Jarrett to Jones. Jones sends it forward to try and find Tariq Campbell, and a good defensive work there by the man Shaquille Martin. He's on the ball now for Brownstown. Sends it forward. Good interception there by Shaquille Battis. And I'm not sure if it's the fact that he took off the armband, but he's performing much better without it in the second half, Shaquille Battis. But you can't, as a player, challenge the coach's instructions like that. And to be honest, you cannot run the coach for talking to him the way he did, because you got yourself in problems. Almost gave away a goal, as we see a ball set forward here and trying to find Dante Green. And Dante Green could latch on to that one. Good collection there by Javon Ray. And he had some act of dissent, Shaquille Battis. He was the starting captain in the match, as we see Tariq Burke on the ball. Headed on by Ranger to Marsden. Marsden on the ball now for Brownstown. Brownstown in possession. Amari Kolu gave away the second goal for Santos. Hopefully he won't make any mistake. And that's in the case of Peter Grant, the coach of Brownstown. Campbell. Ranger to Campbell once more. Back to Ranger. They're just passing it between the Santos players like it's cones on a football field. And it's practice that they're doing. Campbell just putting the ball down. This is a passing exhibition there by Brownstown. And beautiful passing. And the man, Tariq Burke. And couldn't latch on to that one, right, Evelyn? And Grant sends it across to Rutherford. Rutherford goes forward. And intercepted there brilliantly by Kellerman. Howard, the goal scorer for the second goal for Brownstown. And sent forward now, too much on it for Javon Williams. And there seems to be another substitution in the offing. And it will be the man, Tariq Burke, that comes off. And coming on is the man, Shamari Walsh. So Walsh comes on. And Burke comes off. So Battle there for possession. Brownstown wins in the end. Marsden back to Kellerman. Kellerman, he is being pressured there by the man Walsh, but Kellerman still has it. Almost loses it. Marsden sends it over for Akilo Howard. That's not a bad ball to Akilo Howard. And now back for Calder. Calder will try to send this one inside the 18-yard box. He's been challenged by the opposing number 12, man Rutherford, but he sends it across to Kellerman. Kellerman's ball intercepted by McPherson. Sends it forward for Walsh. Walsh turns, but he turns into Amari Cole, who sends it over to Martin. Martin stops on a dime. Sends it back for Carl Campbell. Campbell over to Marsden. Landry Marsden looking for a pass and sends it across and finding Amari Cole, but too much on it and it goes into touch and it will be a throw. The referee says no, it's a handed ball, so it will be a free kick for Santos. Chip to forward, trying to find Walsh. Walsh tries to keep it under control, but it's a foul by Amari Cole. And so it will be a free kick for Santos. Take it quickly. Sent over, trying to find the man Evelyn, and does. Evelyn gets by one. Tries to get by the other. Sends it back for Lance Rutherford. Rutherford on the ball for Santos. Sent it forward, finding Roy Evelyn. Too much on it? No, it isn't, but too much power in that kick. And it will be a goal kick for Brownstown. Opportunity presented actually was for Sherton McPherson, but couldn't get the rebound. But he's now helping out the opposing goalkeeper, Javon Ray, who was, to be honest, been outstanding in this match today. And I tell you, if Brownstown had kept a clean sheet, I would have given the man of the match to the goalkeeper, Javon Ray, who has kept very, very well for Brownstown. Yes, 2 goals have been scored on him, but those have been 2 well-taken goals, or should I say one of them was a well-taken goal. The other was actually an error in terms of a back pass to the goalkeeper by Amari Cole, and he couldn't keep that one on the wraps and was able to score the equalizer. But what a performance there by the goalkeeper, Javon Ray. Has been able to keep them in the game, and I tell you, if he had an off day, Santos will be leading by at least 6 goals to 2, in my opinion. They had some clear-cut chances, and they were not able to put that ball into the back of the net. Well, it's also in part to the man that was not on target and had a horrible day, even though he scored 1 goal today. And that man is the man Tariq Burke, who I think should have at least put 3. He should have had a hat-trick today, but he didn't. And he's off the field now. Let's see if the striking force of Anika Allen and Shamari Walsh gets into play, as we see Martin. Battle for possession. Shaquille Martin. Defensive clearance there by Shaquille Battis. Goes into touch, and it will be a throw. Last touch by the man Javon Williams. The throw taken. Headed on. And it's sent forward now for Shamari Walsh, and it's an offside call. And Walsh just could not keep that one on the wraps. He was caught in an offside position. Marsden back to Kellerman. Kellerman over to Marsden once more. Marsden to Carl Campbell. Martin back to Campbell. Beautiful turn there by Marsden to Caldo. And Campbell sends it across, trying to find Akilo Howard. He's being challenged by Rutherford. Brilliant tackle there by Rutherford, but it's gathered there by Calder. Calder of Brownstown tries to send it forward for Michael Rose, but couldn't get by the player Rutherford. Instead, it falls to Jeffrey Grant. Grant sends it forward, trying to find Roy Evelyn. Turns, but he fouls the Brownstown player. So it will be a free kick for Brownstown. Javon Williams, the provider of the second goal. Martin over to Ranger. Ranger challenged by Jones, sends it back for Campbell. Campbell sends it forward for Williams, and his ball intercepted by Jarrett, who has been a very good man in the rock for Santos in terms of intercepting a lot of telling passes for the yellow and blue outfit. Shipped forward by Ranger to Williams. Defensive clearance there by Battis. Heads it over, but the run of Anika Allen stopped, and Kellerman collects. Chested by Michael Rose. Turns once more. Finds Marsden. Marsden twists, turns, and goes over and finds Jamari Ranger. Ranger on the ball now. Challenged. Martin with the ball for Brownstown. Back for Carl Campbell. Campbell sends it across to Marsden. Marsden on the ball now. Sends it further for Rose. That's not a bad ball for Marsden, but taken by Santos. Very well taken there in terms of defensive effort. Ball sent forward now. Trying to find Roy Evelyn. And it does. And chipped over the goalkeeper, but collected there. And brilliant read of the play by Javon Ray to collect that one. And dressed back pretty well. And like I said, the goalkeeper has been exceptional today, Javon Ray. Marsh gets by two. Attempted to send that one inside the 18-yard box. The referee agrees with the first assistant, and he says it's a corner for Santos. Just over 74 minutes gone. Just under 16 minutes left to play here at the Harborview Stadium. It's Santos versus Brownstown. It's Santos 2, Brownstown 2. Ball intercepted again by Jarrett. And like I said, Jarrett has been very good intercepting a lot of telling passes. And let me tell you, if they use those interceptions as chances, I'm pretty sure they'd be all right now. They'd be leading. Santos has just been unfortunate throughout this entire campaign, in my opinion. And their bad luck continues here at the Harborview Stadium. The sun is peeking through the clouds. As we see McPherson sends that ball over. It's not a bad ball in the end. Anika Allen sends it to Walsh, but defensive clearance there by Carl Campbell goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Santos. Dangerous scenes here at the Harborview Stadium. And Brownstown better be lucky. Count the lucky stars, and a shot wide of the target, so it will be a goal kick for Brownstown. Just over 14 minutes left to play. Controlled by Ranger neatly. Sends it across for Javon Williams. Williams just slow to react to the ball, but they do still have possession. Martin, Williams, challenged by Green. Evelyn wins the ball for Santos. Shaquille Battis, his ball deflected by Williams. It goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Santos. Santos in the driver's seat now. They're still in playoff position. And if it stays like this between Mountain View, you can rest assured that Santos will surely stay. And across the face of goal there by Shamari Walsh. So it will be a goal kick for Brownstown. If they can end in a draw today, then they will for sure be in the Super League for next season, for sure. Howell on the ball now. Dangerous play by Howell. Sent it side. Oh, that was an opportunity for Williams. Couldn't be the man of the match there with that goal. He'd be executioner and provider. And there's a player down, and that's Clive Jarrett, a man who has been playing exceptional in the middle of the park for Santos. He's feeling some discomfort in his left thigh. And so the medical team summoned and tends to the player, Clive Jarrett. The man being Paul Patterson. And so Paul Patterson is attending to Jarrett at the moment. So, goal kick. Chip forward for Evelyn. Evelyn sent it forward. That's not a bad ball for Sherton McPherson. And he looked to put them 3-2 up. Oh, just over the crossbar again. Another opportunity for Santos. And they keep pushing and pushing. So just to give you an update, the playoffs actually start today. And the Toronto Raptors, they're tied 39 with the Orlando Magics. So the Orlando Magic tied against Toronto. And the higher seeded team will have a home advantage because they would play 4 games at home and 3 in their opponent's backyard. And Grant just telling Shaquille Battis to just leave it, I got this. Chipping that ball forward, finding Anika Allen. And getting more updates. It's still 0-0 between Rockford and Mountain View. So it's still advantage for Santos. And ball set across. But nobody there to latch on to it. So it will be a goal kick for Brownstown. Santos just have to hold their nerves. If they can hold it for another 10 minutes or so, then they can assure that they won't be relegated, and it will be Mountain View that would be relegated. Or actually, yes, it would be, because Mountain View is the one with the greatest goal difference here with -7. Rockford is 5th. Opportunity presented, intercepted, and just doing my calculations, the 3 teams that are on 8 points are playing today. And now Shamari Marsh goes forward. He was challenged by Martin, tries to chip it over the head of Martin, but he still gets it, sends it across, and an opportunity, and a shot. Oh, side netting. And the frustration shown by Roy Evelyn. Why Anika Allen not one to miss opportunities like that? I tell you, Anika Allen was very much on target for Kingston College in the Manning Cup, not on target on that situation. And by my calculation, 3 teams that are on 8 points are playing today: Mountain View, Rockford, and Santos. If it's 0-0, oh, very good cover there by Shaquille Battis, and he just could not get that one into touch on. And Dante Green was being agitated there by Javon Williams, and Dante Green, a very quiet guy, but trust me, if you get him agitated, it's something else. Evelyn on the ball now. Oh, back heel pass there to Shamari Walsh, and another defensive error there. Will it be the 3rd goal? No, it's not. Brilliant work there by Javon Ray. Covered the goal really, really well. and prevented Shamari Walsh for scoring the third goal for Santos. What an exciting and brilliant performance by the goalkeeper. Yes, they have not taken their chances, Santos, but you have to give the goalkeeper credit. Will this be the third? Oh, brilliant work there. And a shot. Oh, deflection by Carl Campbell. Exciting scenes here at Harborview Stadium. My, oh my. The defense called into question. They've answered that question. And Santos on the back foot. Santos has to be careful that they don't concede. And my, oh my. Brilliant performance there by Javon Ray. Set forward now for Roy Evelyn. Evelyn. Oh no, shot blocked. Oh, beautiful scare there by Carl Campbell. Oh, gets by two players. And I tell you, exciting scenes for a reason. And given to Shamari Marsh. Opportunity now presented for Santos. He's being challenged by Martin. Marsh still on the ball. Dante Green is there to help. And the referee says it's a goal kick for Brownstown. What an exciting series of events between Santos and Brownstown. It's actually a corner for Santos. And an opportunity as we approach 84 minutes, so 6 minutes left for Santos to hold out or maybe get a winner. If they do, it's done and dusted for Mountain View and Rockford. Rockford in terms of chances to get into the quarterfinals. And as it stands, Santos still are in the driver's seat. And that's a brilliant ball there to Cesare Calden, or Calder. It's still Calder. Calder is being challenged by Rutherford. And Rutherford. Lance Rutherford sends it to Jarrett. Jarrett sends it forward for Rutherford. Rutherford sends it even forward to Sherton McPherson. McPherson forward to Marsh. Marsh slumps it forward to Sherton McPherson, and he's an offside position. So it will be a free kick for Brownstown. Danger averted. Martin to Marsden. Marsden on the ball for Brownstown. Challenged. Good interception there, but unable to keep possession. And a shot, but that was not a good shot in the end. So it goes behind for a goal kick. Just a couple more minutes. About 2 minutes or so left for them to actually salvage something. And Kellerman has not had his best day. The defenders are so lucky today for Brownstown. Ranger over to Martin. Martin back for Williams. Williams to Ranger. Ranger finds Campbell. Campbell over to Marsden. Marsden on the ball now. Alondre Marsden sends it over to Kevin Kellerman. Kellerman sees the run of his players but decides to pass it to Marsden. Alondre Marsden couldn't get by Dante Green. Referee doesn't interfere with the play, and that's a brilliant ball to Shamari Marsh. Marsh on the ball now, tries to use his speed, and Williams just gets the better of Martin. And back heel pass now. And Michael Rose to Carl Campbell. And Michael Rose actually has dropped so deep that he's back in the defense for Brownstown. Ball sent over to Amari Cole. That's not a bad ball in the end. Turns. Brilliant interception there by Dante Green. Marsden has the ball now. And miscommunication between him and Kellerman. And they joke about it now. Ranger over to Martin. There's nobody there for Martin. He has time and space. Finds Williams. Back to Martin. Williams, Martin. They're just bouncing it around. And they're sure of their playoff spot. Let's see if Santos will have their playoff spot. As it stands now, Santos are in 4th place and they will face off against Central Kingston if Central Kingston gets 1st place. And going forward, and now, will this be the 3rd goal for Santos? And it is a goal by Shamari Walsh. And that may be just that. Shamari Walsh puts Santos 3-2 ahead for the first time in this game. And Santos may have well sealed their place in the quarterfinals of the KSAFA Super League. What a ball and what a run there by Walsh. Got by the player. We thought that the defenders would have caught up to him, but just a little trickly. A body feint. Got by the players with ease and placed it past Ray, who, not to be outdone, has had a brilliant evening. Kept some clear-cut chances away from Santos, but that one he couldn't keep out. So it is Santos 3, Brownstown 2. And a shot there from distance by Kellerman straight into the goalkeeper, Nico Jolly's hands. Thrown over to Dante Green. Intercepted by Williams, but McPherson has it now to Jarrett. Jarrett turns, finds Green. Green, he loses it, but Jarrett regains. His ball intercepted. Jarrett has had a very good evening, so one of few mistakes. Roy Evelyn should see the run of Shamari Walsh, but he doesn't. He goes forward, Roy Evelyn, and he still uses his speed. What will be the result? But he's gone wide, pushed wide by Michael Rose. Onika Allen, who's been a man on a mission for Kingston College, and a shot there by Dante Green, and too much on it. And that goes behind for a goal kick. 30 seconds to go here in this final match of the KSAFA Super League preliminary round. And it is safe to say that Santos will not only stay, but they will go to the quarterfinals and they will face off Central Kingston, as based on the rules of the competition, 1st place in one zone faces 4th place in the other. 2nd place in one zone faces 3rd place in the other, and so on and so forth. And that is it. Safely, we can say Santos will be heading to the quarterfinals of the KSAFA Super League. They defeated Brownstown by 3-2. And in the dying moments, in the 87th minute, Shamari Walsh made sure that Santos are here and they're here to stay. So we'll cut to commercial, and when we come back, post-game interviews with players and coaches.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude, and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
We're back here at the Harborview Stadium. Highlights for the match here, in which Santos emerged victorious by 3-2. And that was the first one, and the second one came here and taken by Sheldon Jones, but that shot taken and collected by Javon Ray, who has been outstanding, who had been outstanding for Brownstown. Opportunity presented here for Roy Evelyn, but again, the goalkeeping effort by the man, Javon Ray. Opportunity presented once more. And this was the first real opportunity for Brownstown, and they took it, almost getting to it, the defender, but rolls into the back of the net, and that was the first goal of the contest. But Santos will equalize, or would equalize, in their 5th or 6th real opportunity. And that one equalized. And with a 5-goal affair, it ends Santos 3. Brownstown 2 here at the Harborview Stadium. And now post-game interviews here with the coach of Santos. What are you doing, sir?
I don't even know what to tell you, but you know, it's feel good.
All right. Not only are you guys staying in the Super League, but you're now in the playoffs. You will be going to the quarterfinals, where you possibly will be facing Central Kingston. How are you feeling?
No, we won't be playing. So we were playing Barbican.
Right.
Well, you know, it's football. If any day we decide to take it, we will play a good game. So I think we were taking the thing lightly. But I go have to go and carry all of these, so we just have to just deal with what we have to deal with.
Right. Tell me, what is it with the team that motivated in that stretch to get them to this point? Because they were in content, or they were in trouble of being relegated. So what was the talk between the coaching staff and the players to get them motivated to go forward and now be heading into the quarterfinals to face Barbican?
Well, it happened last year. We were last and looking at relegation. I came back and the coach was here, Mr. Dennis. I think he did a fairly good game with the team, so I must give him credit. But we just decided we're going to fight. We put ourselves in that position, and we fight, and we are here. So I just want to give thanks to the youngsters who stick it out and play hard, and we will see what happens in the quarterfinal.
All right, last question. What do you think has to go right for you guys to be successful and go even further and do better in the quarterfinals, possibly the semifinals and the finals of the KSAFA Super League?
If these youth get them head together. Right now, I think them headed somewhere else. So I have to get somebody to come and work on them head and see how best we can deal with it.
All right, thank you so much. All right, that is the coach of Santos. And now we have the man Dante Green, who is normally the captain for Santos. You started not the captain, but you wore the armband in the second half. How are you feeling?
Good. So we'll get these 3 points. Today we play bad. We play scrappy today. We come for win, but we just need a lot of work. We go back in training session. We're playing Barbican, so we do our best and try to beat Barbican.
All right, normally you play in the middle of the park, but today you played on the right and the left for Santos. What went through your head as you know that was the position you'll be playing for at least a couple of minutes in the first and the second half?
Poor, because you see the who playing Central now, Sheldon and Clive, them do not have energy that I have to run back, tackle. Them is more money sit. So coach say you need a wing, somebody who want to work. So I say, coach, I be the man and go to the wing. Just take it up in hand and say, me play a wing, coach.
All right, and guys also as well, this man has played for Holy Trinity, in the captain of Holy Trinity in the Manning Cup last season that has just concluded. Now, tell me the difference between the Manning Cup and KSAFA Super League, because we've been going around asking a lot of schoolboy players how different it is. For you now, how different is it for you?
It's more stronger, cause playing with bigger baller and doing my best and still playing like our Manning Cup run. Doing my best to me is good.
All right, last question now. What do you think needs to go right for Santos to progress in this playoffs for the KSAFA Super League?
We need to be focused, and we need to have a confidence in each other. Play as a team and do our best, and we can reach far.
All right. Good luck in the quarterfinals against Barbican.
Yeah. Yo, I win, man.
All right. So he says he'll get the win against Barbican, and now we're going to speak to the coach, Mr. Peter Grant from Rowan Russell. Is actually the assistant coach for Brownstown. You guys made use of the opportunities you had, but tell me what went wrong that presented so many opportunities for Santos?
For today, the game was basically to, get a couple of guys, who haven't been playing well, to get themselves sharper for the upcoming quarterfinal games. We had to rest a couple of players as well on 2 cards, and we didn't want to run the risk of getting those persons another card, and they'll actually miss the quarterfinals. So most of all, it was to focus on playing, get yourself more exposed, and thinking more of the next game to come, which is the quarterfinal game.
All right, what do you think you have to fine-tune to play in the quarterfinals and be successful and continue your run of success that you had in the KSAFA Super League zone action?
Well, right now we need to, get ourselves tough as a team. We need to get mean, because playing quarterfinal now is basically win or go home. So if we can capitalize on our chances that we create, it will do good for us, and try to, minimize the amount of mistake that we make and have goals scored against us.
All right, last question. We normally ask the coaching staff about the different schoolboy footballers. I'm asking you about Dylan McInnes. How important has he been to the attack of Brownstown and the success of Brownstown going forward as a unit?
Very, very essential. He's one of our key players right now. And without him, it put Brownstown under pressure. So we just need him to focus and know that he's the man for us, and get himself sharper and sharper for the quarterfinal round.
All right, good luck in the quarterfinals.
And thank you.
All right, that was the assistant coach for Brownstown. So at the end of 90 minutes, it is Santos that came away with the crucial 3 points and qualifies for the quarterfinals, as they will face off against Barbican. So full time, it is Santos 3, Brownstown 2. On behalf of myself, the man in charge, Brandon Carvalho, and the cameraman, Janoy Powell, it's so long farewell, not from Constant Spring, but from here at Harborview Stadium.
We are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players, and they have really good attitude, and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.